me loud and clear. If you can just give me a big yes in the chat box. We're here for a very special VIP live encore of last week's training. I'm joined here by Itamar. We've got Roger here. You're going to hear from him a little bit later on. First of all, Itamar, can you hear me loud and clear?
Hey, Barry. Hi, everybody.
Awesome to have you here, Itamar. And the reason why we're bringing Roger and I bringing Itamar here is because we did this training last week. I'm going to share with you in just a minute. I just want to make sure everyone can hear us loud and clear. So we've got a lot of VIPs joining. I just want to go through the room. Guys, give us your name in the chat box. Welcome to Marie Charles, Jeff. Welcome to Jeff Pluth, to Terry Carroll. Welcome to Gary Richards. Welcome to Mike Thompson. Bianco Nikki is in the room. Welcome, Maria. Georgie is here in the room. Great to have you here. Damien is here. Mr. Damien Zamora. How you doing, my friend? Damien, you've got to give me a call. Haven't spoken to you for ages. Brandon's in the room. Kathy is here. We've got David here, Natalie here for a very special VIP live encore. Welcome to see here. Halim as well is here. Harold is here. Ryan, the great Ryan Patterson is here. Great to see you back. Crystal Mitchell is here. Wonderful to have you here, Crystal. All our best VIP members, many of them are here right now. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. So why are we here for this VIP? Very simply, we did a very intense training last week. We're here, Itamar and I, and we're here to help you through this training around VIPs. Many of you couldn't make it last week. I know we got a bunch of emails. Some people that have extensive work weeks and engagements and travel plans, been away. A lot of our VIPs wanted us to be able to do a live encore where you'll be able to get the interaction with the team. And that would just be special for you. That means there's be a lot more interaction with the team here. We're going to be answering your questions in chat. Itamar's going to be here as well. So that's the first reason why we're doing this. Now, the core of what we're going to be talking about today and what we're going to be sharing from last week's training is something incredibly profound, because this is something that no one else can do. No one else out there can do this. But thanks to our friend Itamar, and most importantly, but most of all, thanks to our community and their success in the past, it has led to the situation where we have companies that are now coming to us and showing us their most prized marketing solutions. And they are prepared to part with those marketing solutions and help you to make money. Now, you may be asking, why on earth are they doing this? I'm going to share with you what this is all about in a second. We're going to get into the training. This is just by means of introduction. Make sure that you guys are really ready for this. Number one, they now know our name is out there, really successful, has had a lot of success with its members. So obviously, companies that have got crazy marketing solutions that anyone here would be able to use to be able to close clients, make money very quickly. Number one, they want to get results. But number two, on top of that, is that what's happening is as we are bringing in these companies and you are becoming successful, what's happening is that leads to other things as well. And it's insane at this point, which is why we've actually got a very big company announcement that we're going to be making during today's presentation. So there's a lot happening. Before we do get started, you're going to thank later on Itamar when you see what this is all about. But Itamar, why don't you just encapsulate in 20 seconds a synopsis of what people are going to learn today and why you think so many people that joined us last week were so excited, not just before the webinar, but people left that webinar as knowing there was a transformation, Itamar, wasn't there? These guys went from being marketers and were transformed into client-generating experts. That means they are able now to generate clients for any business, not leads, not traffic. We're talking about actual clients. So I want you guys in advance to start imagining that you too have this Midas touch, that you have the ability to generate clients for any business. And of course, you can make a lot of money if you know how to do that, because no one else knows how to do that. Everyone else is driving traffic and leads. You're not going to be playing that game. You're in a world, in a market practically on your own. Itamar, why don't you summarize in 20 seconds what today's all about and why this is training that our VIPs are going to get an incredible lot out of?
Definitely. So, like most of the marketing industry is going through a process of automation. It started about 2 years ago, and tools are becoming more sophisticated and more automated, which eliminates the need for marketers to spend a lot of time on building a funnel that does everything. And they can concentrate on using automated solutions to just sell end products, whether it's systems that build websites automatically and are supplemented by companies who make them a little bit nicer, but you don't have to do anything, whether it's automated chatbots that actually create leads for sites. And now we're actually going to present to you something very unique that creates clients. It's not a hack, it's a technology evolution that is very innovative in the market, and I think you'll see more of it in 2017, 2018. But it's a very unique technology, very hard to imitate. The companies that we have started working with in the past, well, really successful, have been around for several years, but in the past few years have seen the amazing success of so many members that they're coming to us to build or expand their independent sales network. And we are getting access to amazing technology for prices that only huge companies get. And we are able to transfer that amazing technology and that price point to our members. So I don't want to give away too much, Barry. If you want me to tell more, I'll tell more. But I think that's enough, and we should maybe let you and Roger during the webinar actually present the solution.
Absolutely. We're going to do absolutely that. Guys, if you can just give me a big yes if you're ready. I just recommend, this is intense. I'm just telling you, people that were here last week, there were a bunch of people, and you're going to hear this in the presentation, that actually closed deals on this training. It's going to be intense. All right. So anyone's just looking for a walk in the park, this is not it. If you're looking for a walk in the park, maybe you should turn this off and go for a walk in the park. This is extremely intense. But if you can follow along, we're going to go through the step by step. It's very exciting, by the way. But if you go through the step by step and you start applying, we had people that were applying this. You're going to see this towards the end of the webinar. Members actually close deals. And this is happening like crazy as we speak right now with members that were with us last week. So that's what today's all about, to close off all your emails, you close your door, turn off everything that may be distracting you, because if you can focus for the next hour and quarter, I think you're going to feel and develop a real transformation. So without any further ado, we're here all the step of the way. You're our VIPs. We're going to be answering your questions in chat. Feel free to make Itamar's fingers very, very sore from typing very long sentences. So guys, please take this opportunity. It's a small group of VIPs. Let's take it away, Brett, and we're here to answer your every question. Thanks a lot, guys. And we're going to show you how you can start giving away free clients to almost any type of business and close $7,000+ deals super fast. And by the way, this is completely subsidized. The partnership that you're going to learn about today is something from heaven. You have never seen anything like this. All right, guys, you ready? Give me a big yes. It's waiting for another 500 yeses. Let's get started. All right, so Roger, feel free to connect with me. But this is not authentic, but this is a $100,000 bill. Now, what on earth does a $100,000 bill have to do with your ability to close insane deals, especially if you're someone who has yet to get a breakthrough in any sort of marketing? You're going to want to know the answer to that very, very question, because today you're going to be able to give away to businesses something that no one else can possibly give away, and it's going to help you make an absolute fortune. And I mean this. No one else you know will ever be able to give what you're about to be able to give away, that's going to entice businesses and practically force them to work with you. Because you're going to be able to give away to businesses clients, real people, phoning them up saying, hey, Bob the plumber, I need your services for free, to entice them to work with you. It's compelling. It's going to be almost like obscene for anyone giving away clients, right? In the past, technology has only allowed us to say, hey, give away some leads. In the past, we've said, give away free traffic. But we've never, ever, and it's not been possible technologically, to give away actual clients or people that will phone them up. You will be able to do that. You'll be able to then give them clients on demand for huge paychecks. We're going to show you how this works. Not a hack, it's not a loophole. This is cutting edge stuff, guys. And we're going to show you real numbers. And this has been tested with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of types of businesses. This thing is working like crazy. And we're going to share with you why you have been selected to be able to be the ones that give away free clients to businesses, and show you how you convert that into crazy high-end sales. Our commitment to you today, you're going to be able to give away relevant clients to businesses without having to do any of the work. We're going to show you how to make money in doing so. You do not need to have a background in Facebook advertising, lead generation, sales, marketing, or local marketing, any of that stuff. If you can give away candy to a child, you can give away sales to businesses, then you can make money. Let me just ask you guys, if you feel that you could give away actual clients of business, give me a big I in the chat box. If you feel you could give away actual clients, I'm not talking about leads and not traffic, for free to businesses, who can do that? I'm just going to wait here for 900 yeses. Yeah, otherwise, I guess we can have an early bath. All right, everyone can do that. Awesome. So again, our commitment to you is that you're going to enter a huge market with crazy margins, almost no competition because no one else will be able to do this. You have the ability to build your business as big as you want. If you're the type of person that's looking to make a few $1,000s a month, you can do this with a few clients. If you want to grow bigger, really, the sky is the limit with the strategy. We're going to show you why. You're going to see a never-seen-before technology that major corporations and massive agencies are the only ones could ever get their hands on. And on top of that, we're going to give you a completely rigged, unfair advantage that only you will have. As I said, it's been tried and tested on thousands of businesses, gotten insane results. I'm going to share that with you as well. And it doesn't matter where you are in terms of your business, whether you are focusing on any particular type of marketing. This is something that everyone can just jump on, give away free sales to local businesses, and make money in the process. So if you're an established offline local marketer, you're going to like this. If you just are looking to bring in an additional income and you're starting from scratch, this is going to be a crazy way to start. Plus, we've got a big announcement as well that's going to change absolutely everything for everyone that is joining here today on this training. So guys, who here is excited about the prospect of being able to give away actual clients, people that phone up companies and say, I want your services for free, and practically force businesses, any type of business, to hand you huge paychecks? Give me a big yes in the chat box if that sounds astonishing. It absolutely does to everyone. Roger, anything you'd like to add?
No, again, I mean, it's the holy grail of you know, being able to generate, you know, offline local businesses. So this is awesome.
Awesome. So let's get into this. So guys, first of all, as I wanted to say before, we really owe you, our community, and you owe yourselves a massive thank you. You see, we've got a crazy marketing community. We have members who just jump on our stuff, especially when we, in terms of, I'm talking specifically here with this type of offer, but we have a lot of our members that jump on these offers and just make sales like that. And because of that, and your dedication to yourself, to your business, to your families, we have companies who are reaching out to us who are prepared to hand you their most prized marketing assets. I'm talking about assets that if you were a seven-figure agency, you might not be able to afford that. I mean it. If you were a hugely successful agency, you may not be able to afford them. But because as a collective, as a community, your success will translate into more of your success and their success, they are jumping over to us and reaching out to us. And in 6 years, nothing compares to the announcement that we're going to be making. So let's get started. And I just wanted to, you know, just in advance tell you that we thank you. It's because of you that we're able to do this. And this, of course, is going to propel a lot of you to even more success and a bunch of you to initial success. And that's just going to create an even bigger tidal wave. And it's just growing and growing. And because of that growth, we have a massive announcement to make for you later today that is completely surprising as well. So let's start from the beginning and share with you this market. And I believe this is going to completely blow you away. So let me ask you a very simple question. And unfortunately, most people don't give the right answer if you ask them without listing this. What do you think businesses would pay more for? Do you think they'd spend more money on eyeballs, i.e. visitors to their website? Would they want to spend more money on lead gen interest? Would they prefer to have a lead with some intent to purchase? Or do you think they would do more for calls of appointments or sales calls from people that are ready for Bob the plumber to come over and save their toilet? Which do you think they would do anything for? And as Thomas correctly says, duh, of course. It's the Holy Grail, as Roger pointed out. They will pay more for visits and eyeballs. They'll spend more money on soft leads than just visits. And again, they'll spend more money on hot leads than soft leads. And they would spend an absolute ton from sales calls. An absolute ton from sales calls. They would do anything for that. Okay, so let me ask you another basic question. If you guys get this right, we're ready to get started. Question 2. If you had a magic wand and you could practically guarantee one thing from this list, if you could do one of those things, what would be your most prized asset? If you had the ability to drive traffic or generate leads, get calls, or actually generate sales calls to businesses, which magic wand would you want? And absolutely everyone is saying sales calls. Let's analyze why that is the case. Because for the majority of businesses, inbound calls are the very best leads. The conversion rate of these calls is about 50%, whilst web leads at best convert at 2%. So calls are more likely to represent high-intent informed customers who are ready to make a purchase. Duh, of course. That's why companies are craving sales calls. So, I mean, if you had your own, let's say your own business, would you not crave sales calls? Of course you would. You'd do anything for it, especially if you got a call that turns into money and were able to make huge profits on those calls. It's an absolute no-brainer. Look at the value funnel and what businesses want. You can see when people just were asked, businesses, what do you most want, without giving the whole list, you can see at the very top of telephone calls. And it's surprising that anyone, in fact, would want anything else. If you could just get calls, there are just some businesses that perhaps are focused more on branding instead of actual sales. But 61%, it's by far the #1 desire of any small and medium-sized business. A phone call from a potential client is the most important lead they would ever receive. So we're talking about a huge market. It's humongous. So let's look at the size of this market. The digital local advertising market is $66 billion. This is a humongous market. 61% of those small businesses want calls more than anything else. Of those, 95% of them are service providers, such as HVAC, plumbers, roofers, accountants, lawyers, landscapers, dentists, etc. This means that small businesses are going to spend and are spending billions and billions and billions of US dollars on sales calls. So there are companies trying to do this. They're doing it poorly, and there's a massive hole in the market, which means the market is wide open. It's humongous. There's very little competition and a massive craving for quality sales calls. Guys, do you understand why this is a killer market? Write the word "me" in the chat box. If you understand, if you could provide that value to businesses, that it would be a game changer. I just want to make sure you guys get this. Huge market. Most businesses would want this more than anything else. They're spending $66 billion. Companies are trying to do this and doing it unsuccessfully. There's a massive hole in the market because no one can do this properly. All right, you guys are getting this. Great. So now think about this. What if you could get any company who wants sales calls on demand to their phone? What if the client only paid, listen to this, they only paid for calls that they deem relevant. So if it's not a relevant call, they don't pay, right? So they're only going to pay once you suck them into your funnel, once they're getting relevant calls. And what if you could give them a bunch of relevant calls for free just to get them sucked into your funnel so they're begging for more? Guys, you understand why that would be a game changer, because we can show you numbers that are going to be mind-blowing in just a second. But that is what we're talking about today. And I want you to get this into your mind frame right now, because you can make this transformation. I don't care if you're a newbie. I don't care if you have positioned yourself as a lower type of marketer. You, right now, are about to be transformed into a client-generating expert. Not a lead generation expert. Not a traffic generation, not a Facebook ad expert, but a client-giving expert. Only, you're not going to have to learn a lifetime of marketing to get there. You will be able to give away to almost any type of business real sales calls from prospects wanting to buy something. When you start having a light bulb moment where you're saying, OMG, this is getting ridiculous, please share in the chat box light bulb. And Roger, if you have anything you'd like to add, feel free to jump in and add it. Lorena's has already had one. Julie's already had one. People are starting to have those moments right now. So, welcome to actual sales call marketing. It's a space that barely exists because no one can do this. You're about to step into that market, no competition, providing a service no one else can provide, allowing you to charge a lot of money, take care of businesses that can't get enough of you, and build a pipeline of businesses that will be swarming all over you. And the beauty of this is that there's going to be crazy high-end margins. We're going to talk about the numbers in just a second. And we're not talking about the same boring stuff that every other local marketer is talking about. It's not boring Facebook lead generation, Google, Twitter, or Instagram, or Pinterest, or YouTube. All the usual stuff that everyone else is talking about, or Snapchat, or messaging software. This is an opportunity for anyone to get started this week, the next week, making a lot of money by providing something effective, an effective media that businesses most want. All right, it sounds great so far, and I know you guys are going absolutely bonkers, but we have issues to overcome. I don't want to pull any wool over anybody's eyes. I want you to understand the challenges and why no one else is ever going to be able to compete with you. And I want to address these challenges front on, all right? We're going to look at this front on because I want you guys to get this, and I want you guys to walk away with here going, this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. All right, let's go over the issues. Number one, how on earth are we going to be able to generate actual sales calls without having to work our socks off or employing a major agency and spend tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in lead generation to try and siphon out people that actually want real services in lifetime? Remember, for example, a plumber, it's not going to help for you to provide, a carpet cleaner. It's not going to help you to provide a service 6 months later or 6 weeks later. People want the service right now. How can you guarantee you're going to make a lot of money on each call that is generated? How will you practically force businesses to work with you if you're not a salesperson? And I'm presuming you're not a salesperson. If you are a salesperson and you love honing your sales skills, forget this. You don't need to use sales for this because you literally are going to be giving candy away to children. That's basically the proposition you're going to have in your pocket. And if the call wasn't red hot for that particular businesses, they're not going to, they might get angry with you. How can you solve that? And how can you get a non-stop conveyor belt of clients working with you without having to sell a thing? So these are major challenges, and you can understand why no one else is really able to deal with them. So let's try and negotiate them one by one, face on, and deal with them one at a time. And again, share with us your light bulb moments as you have them. All right, and Steve Schreiber has had a beyond light bulb moment. Dennis has had an amazing moment. People, we've got floodgates. We don't have light bulbs at the moment. All right, so let's go through this one by one, guys. How on earth are you going to generate these calls without working your socks off and being an expert in marketing? Here's the bad news. If you really wanted to do this by yourself, you would have to do a heck of a lot of work. In terms of setup, you'd need to build a massive amount of ads and research design copy. You'd have to create landing pages for all these different types of segments. That'd be a lot of research, a lot of design, a lot of copy. That would cost you a fortune. Then when we get to the actual clicking stage, you'd have to set up campaigns on ad platforms such as Google and Facebook. That takes time, energy, and a lot of money. Curate a lot of ad sets, see what's going to work, A/B test, try and see what's working, drop what's not working, do it again and again and again, and then optimize once you get initial results, review initial results, change the campaign accordingly. Anyone have a headache thinking about what goes into generating a single sales calls for a business? It's insane. So to get a call from that type of funnel, it's a long funnel, would require you a ridiculous amount of work and expertise. It's not even tradable because by the time you got to the call, it's probably too late to find a business to sell it to. So it's a major, major problem. So I think you can understand why no one else out there is able to do this. No one's able to give away or sell sales calls. So you're going to be transformed in just a minute. We're going to resolve that in a second because we have something that will do that for you. You will be generating sales calls for any business, relevant business that you want. It's going to be resolved. And we're going to get there in just a couple of minutes. Problem number two, how can you guarantee a massive profit on each call? Well, of course, we want to make a lot of money from this. Let's assume
you somehow build a huge team of marketing experts who are able to generate sales leads for those clients. These calls would probably cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars each. No one's going to buy from you these sales calls for more than that. So you wouldn't be making any money even if you did generate. How do you make money? Well, I'm going to show you how you can get these calls for $20, maximum $30. We're going to show you easily and proof that you can add 50%, 75%, and in some markets, 100% margin on every single call. Imagine you've got a business and a sales call is $20, and let's say you're charging $40, and we're being very conservative here. This is very low end. And you were making $20 in profit per call. Can you imagine the numbers of what we are talking about? Think about that for a moment. Again, let's take a $20 call. Let's say it costs $20 for the call, but you charge $40 for a call. That will make you $20 of profit per call. Let's be ridiculously conservative about this. I'm talking about anally conservative. And let's say you're working with a company that for the first month says, you know what, give me one call a day. Let's test it out. That's $1,200 in revenue, $600 in profit per month. That's $7,200 in profit over the year with one client, with one single pay call per day. Tell me something. If you could make $7,200 right now by giving away a few sales calls to a business, and when they want more, just sell them very conservatively, or just they want more, and yet they just want to start off with one sales call a day, and that would turn into a $7,200 deal. Would that make a difference to you? Give me a big yes. One client with one sales call a day. Now, of course, if you want to turn that into a six-figure business, all you need to give away are 15 to 15 prospects some leads. Allow sales calls. Allow them to experience. Now, don't forget what we said earlier. 50%, roughly, between 30 to 50% of sales calls turn into a natural sale, which means with 2 sales calls that you give away for free, you're almost guaranteed that they'll make 1 sale. Who here understands if a business made a sale because you gave them 2 sales calls for free, that they would want more? Write the word more in the chat box if you understand there is not a business on earth practically that would not want more. I want to see who's got this. I'm going to take a swig of water here. Yes, I am getting excited because I'm getting excited by who we're going to introduce you to. And I'm getting excited because this is going to help you make a lot of money. Roger, you off your seat yet?
Well, listen, I just want to chime in here. Some people are saying, are there really businesses that'll pay, $30, $40, $50 a lead? And I just want to take the screen here. I've got something here that I think you guys should see as far as, when it comes to cost. What businesses are charging for something like that. So let me show you something really quickly. This is from Service Magic, which is one of the largest lead generation companies. They're very, very big, and they've been doing this for years. And this is a pricing sheet. So I just want to give you some ideas so you guys can get your blood rushing a little bit. Roofing and siding companies, they're sharing. This is the key here. They're sharing leads at $55 to $66 per lead. When a shared lead is generated, it means that 4 or 5 other roofing companies have the lead and they're fighting for business. What you're getting are not shared leads. Senior housing, $65. We've got additions, buildings, stuff like that, $50 to $60 a lead. Renovations, $50 to $60 a lead, what companies are paying. Recovery services, $50 a lead. Heating and cooling, $42 to $50 a lead. Windows, $42 to $50 a lead. Plumbing, $33 to $50. Painting, $40, $50 a lead. Give me a big OMG in the chat box if you're starting to understand that this is what a lead costs to generate in offline marketing. This is what companies are paying right now for lead generation. So we're not taking these pie out of the sky numbers. Companies are spending an absolute fortune when it comes to lead generation and generating leads. And this is a lead. This isn't a phone call. This is just a lead with the name, phone number of the potential client, and then it gets called by 4 or 5 other contractors, and they all fight for the same deal. So
Roger,
the leads you'll be getting are worth a lot more.
Yeah, Lorena says that it's £120 in England for a roofer. Rob's got experience of $50 for a lead that goes to 3 painters. We're not talking about leads, guys. And we're not just talking about a flimsy email. We're talking about a sales call. This, if we looked at the hierarchy of what these businesses really want, we're talking about a completely different level. And what Roger's referring to is a far lower level quality of lead. And they're spending $50, $60 on lower quality. Can you imagine if you get them a sale? Let's talk about something else, guys. Roger, your experience in offline, a roofer, a carpet cleaner, a air conditioner fixer. What is a lead worth to these types of guys? If they turn that into sales, let's say that they're converting, let's be really, really downbeat about this. They only convert 1 in 3 sales calls. What is an average value of a client to a roofer, for example? You got some stats on that, something, roughly?
Yeah. Yeah, so let's. When I was doing offline marketing, a roofer lead was worth anywhere between $4,000 to $7,000, $8,000. Now, who wants, I guess, one of the lowest hanging fruit when it comes to working this business? Give me a big yes in the chat box if you want to be able to generate customers without even thinking about it, without having to kill yourself for it, without having to really put a lot of energy and effort. One of the things that you'll want to do once you get into this business is go to the ServiceMagic website, okay? And they're called Home Advisors now. So if you go to homeadvisor.com, you can actually do a search, okay? You can actually enter your name, do a search, and that'll bring up companies that are actually with ServiceMagic and they're paying for a lead for $40 or $50. So you'll want to then reach out to those companies that are already just paying for lousy leads and offer them a much better solution. And I think they're working with over 300,000 businesses worldwide. So now you've got a database of businesses that are buying crappy leads where you can in turn offer them this service and actually give them qualified phone calls of people looking for the service. So this is one of the little secrets I wanted to give you guys on this training session. I think it brings a lot of value, and it shows you how big this market really is.
Guys, Roger, I can't believe you just revealed that. There are 300,000 companies right now who are getting crummy leads or vastly less quality leads for more money.
No, they're really low-level leads. So if you want to start making a lot of money at this, and maybe I can throw some training or something like that on how we used to do this in a very successful business until we sold it. We were using Homestead, ServiceMagic, and they have over 300,000 companies that are paying for low-level leads, $40, $50, $60, $70 a lead, where you're going to be actually able to completely destroy this market and offer them actual phone calls.
Jeff Pothy says that he used ServiceMagic for his offline business, and these leads were absolutely horrible. Exactly, exactly. That's your competition. Guys, this is the competition. Companies that are making a lot of money selling stuff that is vastly reduced in quality to what you're going to do. This is your competition. It's like Mike Tyson going to the ring with Roger's cousin. That's what it's like. Right, Roger?
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win, actually. Yeah, exactly. I had to say that based on a joke Roger said before. All right, so there you go. Let's move on. So, guys, you think about that for a moment. We're giving away sales calls, not leads, not shared leads, not going to 3 or 7 different companies, going to one. That is worth hundreds of dollars. So for you to be able to get that lead for $20, to sell it for 40 is a joke. And by the way, you don't need to sell it. You're going to give away free prospecting lead, free sales calls, until they say, I want more. When they want more, you go, well, how many would you like to start off first month? Let's say they're super conservative. Oh, give us a sales call lead a day. That's it. That would make you $600 in profit right there per month. And we're being ridiculously conservative because we want to show you what this market is all about. Okay. And the beauty of this is that you'll be able to generate these sales leads without lifting a marketing finger on autopilot, without you having to take care of any lead generation, campaigns, or anything else. I'm sure you guys are getting excited. Let's go through the problems and solve them. And then we're going to introduce you to something. You literally should be tying yourself into your seat because you might actually fly off and hit the roof. And you will need a roofer. And trust me, those roofers will be happy to get a prospect like yourself for $120. Now, problem number 3, how could you get businesses to give this a go? Well, do you think it'd be easy to get businesses to commit to $40 deals as sales calls without testing it out? Truth is,
if you're good at sales, it's a walk in the park. We're going to show you, and a little bit later on, you're going to listen into a sales call. But we don't want to do sales. But if you're good at sales, then this is just a joke anyway. But we're presuming you don't do sales. But to give away sales calls for $40 is easy. As Roger pointed out, you can tap into hundreds of thousands of businesses that are using ServiceMagic and other types of companies and getting a very poor type of lead. But what you're going to do, what we recommend you do, because we don't want anyone having to exert themselves in sales, is to give away free clients. What if you could give away sales calls that lead to sales for free to get businesses to fall in love with you? Do you think that would make a little bit of a difference? You won't need to spend any of your time on lead generation, of course. You're just going to give them away. You just tell the system, listen carefully. You're going to tell the system which Itamar is going to show you in just a minute. You're going to tell the system which number the sales callers should be calling, and our system will generate free, relevant calls to that number, subsidized by a world-leading authority, by our partner who you're going to meet. We're going to show how it works. It's going to blow you away. It's a game-changing technology that does not exist. The big boys don't even know about this. You do. Now, so let's just do a quick recap. We're going to be giving away sales calls for free to lure in new clients, prospects. Once they get sucked in, they made a deal from it. It's impossible that they're not going to want to have more. That's just easy money. You have a way of delivering these calls without having to build a full marketing team or to create campaigns. Next question. What protects the business from a call that's not serious? Of course, what you don't want is that the business starts getting calls that aren't relevant, and then they're going to say, but wait a minute, BJ, Amro, Aaron, Rob, Linda, Colin, Paul, Simone, and the others on this webinar right now, and Dill, by the way, wanted me to mention his name. I just received a call, and it wasn't relevant. How would you prevent them from not being upset? Answer, what if your system did not require them to pay for irrelevant calls? They could just simply get a call, they press 1, then say it wasn't relevant. And if it's not relevant, they don't pay. Do you think they might just fall in love with you forever? So there is under no circumstance that they will get a sales call that is not relevant. And if it's not relevant in the short, in the here and there that it might happen, they don't pay. Guys, give me a whopping big wow if this is starting to get very, very interesting. Right? People going bonkers. Look at this. We've got Josh and Lorenas and Joseph and Nick and Jeff and John and Mike and Brent and Linda Tracy. Where are you, Dill? Jody and Rick and Joe and Carl, Cindy, Amro, Albert, etc., etc. The power of this. What's the one thing that you have businesses on their hands and knees begging you to work for them? What's the one thing you could do? What's the only thing that you could give away prospects that they're going to want to work with you? Just give away free clients. There's nothing else that could beat that, but no one else can do it. So, guys, again, here's the transformation. You're no longer a marketer. Forget it. Don't think in those terms. There's a lot of competition of offering marketing services. You're no longer a traffic generator. Lots of competition. Don't go there. You're not even a lead generation expert. Too many of those guys around. You are about to be transformed into a client generator. No one else is doing that. No one can make that promise. With the ability to supply free sales calls to all of your prospects to prove that you walk the walk, and practically as a result will force them to work with you and say, hey, you just got me a sale. How do you give me more of those? And you'll say, well, let's see how many sales calls you'd like a month. Give me a number. And even if you're just totally conservative and you don't want to sell anything, they already asked for them. They only want one sales call a day. You're already going to make serious amounts of money. So guys, who here is ready to take a glimpse into the future of what we call sales calls marketing? That's here right now for the very first time for you to take beginner's advantage of. Who's ready to see it? Who's ready? I'm just going to wait for 900 yeses. All right, let me introduce you Itamar. Itamar, as you guys know, has been working with Roger I specifically with this type of software. And what his complete job has been is to be a conduit based on what our members have been doing. And he's been keeping in touch with all of our members with the offline space and local marketing. People are dealing with companies. He's been the conduit for our members. And what happens is because Itamar is known for his affiliation and connection with Really Successful, these businesses are starting, these major major businesses are reaching out to us, seeing our results, because there is a whole vibe about they're about really successful, especially concerning Itamar, what he's doing over there with these types of companies. As a major vibe also in other spheres that we're working on. But I'm talking specifically about this type of software. And companies are reaching out to him. So I just want to first thank Itamar for being that conduit, being that resource that these companies are reaching out to. He goes to these events and meets with them, and they want him to come to these events so they can find out more about you guys. And when they find out what our community is going, they are willing to give up their most prized assets. So guys, let's just give a quick virtual round of applause to Itamar for his incredible work on behalf of our community. And what I'd like you to do, Itamar, first let's say hello to everyone here. I'd like you to walk through this game-changing technology and especially show people how this literally is just 2 minutes, get this thing up, and how you can give away these calls and how you can make money from it using the system. Itamar, you ready to go?
Hey, Barry, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You got the virtual clap from 980 people here.
I'm ready to go. I also see on support, a lot of people are asking, how much is it going to cost us to give away free calls? I don't think people get that we're really going to give them free calls.
I did say at the beginning, sorry, I almost called you Roger there. I did say at the very beginning, remember the $100,000 note at the beginning, guys? And perhaps I didn't mention this. We're going to allow you to give away those free calls for free. We're talking about those calls that have a hard cost, say $20 a call, you'll be able to give this away to unlimited, potentially an unlimited amount of prospects. Anyone here that wants to start making millions of dollars, seriously, I'm talking about someone here that just understands this, and they just got a lightning attack. They just feel, wow, there was some electricity there. You'll be able to give away free sales calls to businesses for nothing, not just for them for nothing, but you will not be paying a red cent. Guys, if you aren't now salivating, write the word S. If you want to see the system, Itamar, you're such a tease. Write the letter S. I want 999 S's, right? Let's do it. Itamar, this is too much. People are falling off their chairs. You need to show them what this is all about.
Yeah.
Do you have the
screen?
screen?
You see my screen?
Now we can.
Okay, perfect, guys. You're going to see it's 2 minutes. It's probably one of my favorite program, the easiest I ever had, the easiest I ever saw. 2 minutes. Let's just go through this. No copy, no ads, no bidding, nothing. Basic setup. You type in the name of your business, address, currency, language. You choose the business category. I went with plumber. But you can choose something else. You can choose HVAC, for example, right? Yeah, I agreed to change my business category. Change the email, mobile number of the client business hours, right? That's simple. Anybody can do this, just a conversation with the person. And then you click next.
Just to be clear, when we talk about the business hours, so that they don't get a sales call outside of business hours, because that would be a little bit ironic. So that's the only reason why you're doing that.
Yeah, completely. And you can set up a few business hours. So if they work like Mondays and Wednesdays and they don't work the rest of the week, that's fine. Next, you have goals. So, and this is a secret. We're not telling you yet who is the secret partner, but you're going to know exactly how much to bid for a specific niche to get as many calls as you want. So the price per call is what you're going to pay to get a sales call, and that would be given to you, and you will know it, and you will never pay more than that. So if you bid $30 to get a call for your HVAC company or from your plumber company, and we'll see in a second how relevant it's going to be, you'll never pay more than that. And this is after you give away free calls. This doesn't include the free calls. You will also be able to give away free calls. This is how you make money. Now, you put in the price, you input the address of the business, and if, for example, this HVAC company have 5 locations, 10 locations, you can add more advertising locations, you can increase the size. Obviously, the more the size, the higher the amount of population, the more the searches, the more calls you can generate, the more money you can make. this is super easy as well, right? You talk with a business, you ask them, okay, what areas do you cover? Okay, you work in Cleveland? Great. Do you cover more cities next to Cleveland? Okay, great. Which are they? You just put in the miles and you move on. Right? How easy is this? This is
Crazy thing about this. And look at this. You can actually have you can work with franchises. You don't even have to just work with one store. You can work with franchises. You could be working with multiple salespeople within a particular business. So imagine realtors, where you're like doing it for a local realtor firm, or a company that that's got 10 different people working there. So you could actually have this set up for 10 different phone numbers. So just think about the amount of sales calls that potentially could be generating for that type of company, and think about the numbers of how much money you can make from that. It's just insane. Go on.
Yeah. So Roger mentioned before HomeAdvisor, and it's not just about sharing. The fact that they're sharing and our sales calls are dedicated, that's one difference. But one of the main differences makes our calls extremely relevant, and we'll show you the technology behind it very quickly, very soon, is the amazing taxonomy. So when you talk with a client, you may have an HVAC company, but you don't want to sell them any call of a person interested in an HVAC company. You want to sell them calls of services they provide. Maybe they repair furnaces, but they don't do AC installation. Maybe they have 24 hours HVAC. Maybe they don't. So by having this taxonomy, you're guaranteed to have the perfect relevant call. And this is a spoiler. The client doesn't pay, and you're not getting billed if it's not a perfect relevant call. And this is automatic. You don't need to track it. You don't need to worry about it. You set this up, you decide which services together with the client, you click next, and you're done. That's it. It's like it's a 2-minute process. And you know what? I want to add something, Barry. For a lack of a better word, this is one of the most relaxing programs I ever saw. Why am I so relaxed with this? Because I don't need to worry about anything. I don't care. I'm just getting paid if I get a relevant call. And I'm just getting billed if I sell a relevant call. If the call is not relevant, I'm not getting billed. I'm not doing traffic. I'm not doing funnels. I don't need to worry about thousands of ads and ad sets. That's it. I'm done. Anybody can write down the name and address of the business and choose categories and click done. Right? And especially
yeah. Guys, it's just a matter of asking the company, okay, this is what you do. Tell us what services you actually are dealing with, and you put that into the system, and you click next. Done. That's it. Guys, I just want to make sure, who can fill in that 2-minute form? So I want to make sure, can you guys do this? Are you guys able to put the address of the company in, select which industry they're in, and then add whatever services within that industry, and click done? If you can do that, you are no longer a marketer, you are no longer a lead generator, you're no longer a traffic expert, you are a sales generating expert. No one else can do that. You're fighting with companies that cannot supply this quality lead and are charging a lot more, which means on every level, it's impossible. It's impossible, especially when you're going to be giving away 2 free sales calls, which isn't going to cost you a red dime. We're going to give them to you to give away. It's literally, whoever wants to jump on this and start making money in the next week, this is it. We've never been able to share something like this before. This is the Holy Grail, as Roger said at the very beginning. Anything else you want to add, Itamar? Because I really want to move forward to some other stuff as well. People asking a ton of questions. It's very exciting.
Go ahead. I just want to ask Roger, how amazing is this that you don't need to worry about all the funnels and all the traffic, right? Roger done so many campaigns. It's out of this world.
I guess one of the big things that this allows us to do is that it's very scalable. When I was hitting hard, trying to set up a lot of businesses and setting it up, there are a lot of things that would make this a very difficult business. One, you're never guaranteed of your actual lead cost. Some days Google would be great when I was, spending pay-per-click and driving leads into a form, and some other days, it was costing me an absolute fortune per lead, so I wasn't profitable. The other thing is just setting everything up is a lot of trouble, and managing all of the lead generation, the traffic, the costs, the lead quality. It was a massive headache. It was a profitable one, but it was very, very tough to scale. This allows you to really generate as many customers as you want, and it's a powerful system. So I'm excited about this. I think it's awesome.
Crazy, crazy. Itamar, anything you want to add?
No.
Just one more question for you. Companies, how do they know that the sales calls are coming? How does it work that they know that the sales calls are coming from you? So therefore, they know that they're going to be billed. They can click one if it's not a relevant call, etc. How do they know?
Yeah. So before they're getting a call, they're going to get an automated text-to-speech telling them the call is coming from you, and that's it.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, who's blown away? Write the letters OMG if that just blew you away. We're talking about the most simple ever technology. If you can fill out a form and copy and paste in an address, you are now transformed into a client-generating expert. Now let's move on because we still got a lot to get through.
Yeah, people are asking so many questions.
Yeah, wow. We're going to answer all those questions towards the end. We're going to address most of them right now. If there are questions, we're going to deal with them, guys. No one's going to leave this training today with questions unanswered to the best of our ability. So that UCall technology changes absolutely everything. Itamar, if you feel the same, it's absolutely burning, just let me know. That technology changes everything because you can get any business you want on demand, profit, and make money. And you can make money from every single call. You can work with franchises, multiple salespeople, just throw into the system their address, and you're pretty much ready to go. And you're only going to be paying, and they're only going to be paying for relevant calls, no impressions, you're not paying for clicks, forms, leads, or likes, hot sales calls only. All right. And of course, the beauty of this is that your competition is practically zero because you're going to be able to give away sales calls to prospects for nothing. It won't cost you anything either. And you'll be able to buy calls for cheap and sell them for at least 50% profit on every call. So you can make thousands of each client each month on complete autopilot with no need to waste a moment on marketing, campaigns, traffic, or taking care of clients. As Itamar pointed out, this is disruptive technology, and it just works automatically. Guys, I'm sure you are blown away. I don't need to ask you. But I'd like to know who now can see themselves as a client-generating expert. CGE. Write the letters CGE if you can feel the transformation happening right now. It's over. Anyone here that has felt in the past that they feel perhaps inferior because they're learning strategies that there are millions of other people that already know about them. So suddenly you're trying to make up for lost time. And they just wish that they could get at the front of an industry and be the best at it instantly and rise straight to the top. If that's something that you have felt in the past, CGE, you are now a client-generating expert. Let's move on. So what's the fastest way to get clients for yourself? Super, super duper fast. Roger shared with you a crazy strategy. Going to Service Magic, finding 300,000 people that are buying crummier leads. You can just take care of them right there. One thing that's going to help you is a client-getting machine. Something that's going to help you, that's going to show, we're going to share that with you in just a couple of minutes, something that looks absolutely stunning that you can use, you can refer people to. And if I could just exit out of here, I'll be able to show you. Hopefully I can get this onto my screen. Hopefully you guys can see this. Here's just an example, guys. You look at this. This is a sales client getting machine. This is sales for you. And I want you to imagine, see here at the top, company logo here. Imagine if you had a white label of this service so that it looks like just you, that you are the CGE, the client getting expert. This is a lead generation site just for you that leads people. You're going to refer them to this. That's going to lead them to wanting to reach out to you and get their free leads for something. We're going to share with you the video that's there as well. And hopefully you could see that. I'm not sure if you guys were able to see that. Let me just get back to the presentation. All right, guys. So this is going to help you as well. There's hardly a business out there that's not going to jump at getting clients for free. And if it costs you nothing, my gosh, you can just hand these out like candy to children. And you have an irresistible offer that no one else could possibly match. It's impossible, practically, to go wrong with this. Now, we've shared with you something crazy. Who wants to turn this into a huge business? Who would not be happy with just 10, 15 clients that made them profit $75,000 to $100,000? Who wants to go for the kill? Okay, who would like to go for the kill? I'm just waiting.
I mean, you guys may be happy with 6 figures, but who wants to go for the kill? Let me just share with you something. Excuse me. Let me ask you a question. Once a business gets 2 prospecting sales calls and makes a sale from that, okay, we know conversions are 30 to 50% chance that they're going to make a sales call from that. Do you think they'd be happy to recommend your free service test to their friends in a non-competitive niche? Do you think a plumber would be happy to share this with a carpet cleaner or the HVAC company or with a roofing company? Do you think it'll be difficult for you to say, hey, Mr. X, now you've got to sell from this. Please do me a favor. I really want to help as many people as possible. Why don't you let a few of your friends know about this, and I can help get them more business? Do you think they'll share that with their friends? Write a big F in the chat box. If you think companies would be happy to share with their friends in different industries your incredible service. If you wrote F, then it's completely game over time. Because every client you get is going to bring you another bunch of clients. And when you get another bunch of clients, they'll bring you even more clients. And it will go on and on and on and on and on. All right? If you haven't had a light bulb moment yet, but now it's starting to go off, write the word light bulb in the chat box. Because I can see people going absolutely bonker. Now, if you want to take this into the stratospheres, as I said, just get them to refer other businesses to you. Here's another multi-million-dollar idea. We're going to share this a little bit later. We don't even need to share this now. But what if I could show you that there are sales teams? Forget what we've told you to do. You don't even have to make any sales. You're just going to give away free leads and free sales calls. And it's not going to cost you anything. But what if I could show you that we've got people that are actually phoning up businesses and making sales on the spot? What if you had a script that showed you exactly how to do it, and you could outsource that, give that to someone else? I don't want you guys dealing with sales. Some of you may want to do it, but I'm sure 99% of you don't even want to touch a sale. What if you could then outsource that to a salesperson with the script that we can show you works, and we've got an audio, which we're going to play a little bit later on, showing you how this works. Would that be even more interesting? Write a big I in the chat box if that's getting even more interesting. And this, by the way, is purely for people that are looking for a mega business. If you're happy with just making $100,000 a year, all you need is 15 clients. 15 people, you give away these free sales calls and then sign them up on one deal, one single sales call a day. That'll make you $7,200 per client. 15 of those, you're over $100,000 immediately. People going bonkers. Remember, that strategy, which we're going to give to you as well, has sold actual sales calls. You're not even going to have to do that. You're going to give away free sales calls. It's not going to cost you anything to lure people into your system. So let's review. You're now a CGE. You are a client getting expert. You're going to be giving away free clients, and it ain't going to cost you a red cent. You're now part of the most exciting media type around. Hot sales leads. No one's doing this. You have a way to bring in clients with an irresistible free offer no one can refuse. And if you want to go even crazier, I'm going to show you something even more crazy. I just want to request, when you start making silly money, that you're going to dedicate a little bit of that to charity, all right? There will be some people from this, I believe, that are going to be making silly money. And I just want you to commit that you will give something away to charity. We're going to share this with you right here and right now. All right. Here is a 7-figure transformation for you. You're about to work with the big boys. Algomizer is your new partner. It's a public company that wants to work with you. They're a Google Premier partner. They only work with huge agencies who pay a fortune for the privilege. And for the first time ever, they're going to be working with you, just you, exclusively with us, in collaboration together. Why? Because they know that you guys, whoever's going to jump on this today, has the ability to bring in crazy amounts of sales. But I've still got a further question for you. What if you're brand new to marketing? You feel uncomfortable because you're not sure, you don't have the background, you haven't made sales or you haven't made money before, and you're feeling a little bit insecure. You're feeling, wait a minute, maybe I can't do this. Well, we got something for you. And I'm sure you're probably thinking, if I was like some of these other people in this webinar that just do this stuff, they'd be making a ton of money with this, but I'm brand new. How about me? Why is it I don't have social proof? Well, here's a little trick for you, and this will only be available to 100 people. Alchemizers agreed. Listen to this. You will be one of the only official certified Alchemizer partners in the entire universe. Now, you may not want to use that. You may want to use that, and a lot of you will use that and make a ton of money. And it's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. You are becoming a certified partner with Alchemizer once you go through some very basic training with us. Guys, write an OMG if you are now completely and utterly blown away. Not only do you have everything in place, you've now also got overnight credibility, proof of results, overnight seven-figure positioning. No one else is doing this. No one else is certified. No one else has that certification. Game over. Does this work? Excuse me. 500 campaigns a day says it does. So many industries. Locksmiths, plumbers, hayvacks, movers, handymen, carpet cleaning, florists, roofing, roof services, digital marketing, roofing electricians. New ones added all the time. These are the initial clients that are brought on, and we're talking about the super conservative stuff. Here's one, and the campaign you don't have to worry about. There's 122 clicks. They got 21 relevant calls. Again, this was just the initial beginning of the process. Now, I want you to understand that. And look, in the end, they had 21 relevant calls, and the cost to you was about $20 for that, but the potential to sell that was to $40, $50. And the beauty of it is that with this company, again, unless you've got the location there in Hobart Place, Ottawa in New Jersey, that was a $1,750 revenue. The next month, they scaled it up. And look, this is a plumbing company for a very long time. I did not believe in any sort of advertising whatsoever. I firmly thought they were all part of the big scam, and what their only goal was to make my money. At first, I also hang up on Alchemizer's sales rep. This was when they actually would send a direct sell. Just like it did all other sales reps. When I heard that I did not have to pay anything up front, etc., it worked. Happy results, scaling up. It just works. Here's the very beginning of a campaign. But look at this. Very beginning of a campaign. Look at that. 5 relevant calls, and look at that conversion rate. They made $13,300 in revenue. And Itamar, perhaps you could share a little bit more about that type of company. How on earth, from just 5 calls, you get to $13,300 in revenue? What's going on behind the scenes there?
Yeah, so we're talking about a remodeling company, right? So the projects are huge. Imagine every client is worth thousands of dollars. Renovate a kitchen, renovate a living room. So the call still cost us $40-50, but the actual payout to the customer, when it's a high-end customer, is thousands of dollars. Imagine a lawyer. Imagine a dentist on an ongoing level. We're talking about getting them clients, and they're making thousands of dollars over it, either immediately over the course of a year. So that's the secret behind that. And also I want to reiterate, we're only paying for calls. Even though we see clicks and hits, and that's important to remind, we're only paying for calls, and only relevant calls.
So guys, think about that. If you can make a company $13,300 in pure profit with 5 sales calls, how much do you think you could charge that company for a lead moving forward for one of those sales calls? You charge a fortune. And that company's going to want more and more and more and more. And now it's just the beginning. And Nathaniel from the remodeling company, again, so he was struggling, and this is an example that Roger said before. You find companies that are struggling with AdWords, struggling with ServiceMagic and all these other companies, and they don't have time for keyword research. He says that I couldn't do all the stuff that's needed for lead generation. Here comes a company that's prepared to actually do everything for me, and it's only going to cost me a few dollars. Who's not going to jump at that? Other examples here as well, where again, revenue $1,500 from 18 relevant calls. Cost of lead there's like $15, it's sold for $35, so that's $20 profit. Again, these are just the beginning of campaigns, and this is from a roadside service company, Terrence McCoy. Again, he was looking all over the place, looking for help, and suddenly he got this extraordinary tool that provided the service for him. Bang, game over. And again, this is working for so many different types of businesses. So this is the simplest client getting package we have ever created. You can get these businesses new clients. You've got an irresistible free client offer. It's not going to cost you anything. Businesses can't refuse. You get at least 50+% profit on every sales call that is generated. They're only paying, and you get paid, and you only have to pay for sales calls that are deemed relevant by the client. You just have to sit there, relax. You don't need to take care of any sort of lead generation, Facebook, or anything. You just need to copy and paste the phone number and the address of the client, what service he's in, and what services he provides. You become a certified Alchemizer partner for the first 100 people only. And it's literally, and this is being ridiculously conservative, 5 minutes setup per client. That's it. Who here would be prepared to spend 5 minutes to close a $7,200 deal, which means if you've got 15 clients, overall that's about 75 minutes of work, an hour and 15 minutes when you start closing deals to build a 6-figure company. That's the crazy nature of what we are talking about. There's only one other issue we need to deal with. How do you make sure you make the most of every call that's generated for your clients? And here's something just crazy. Alchemizer agreed as a certified partner that they're going to rig the system. What's going to happen is they have actually set up, listen to this, originally they thought they were going to send out an email to you guys, providing you with the cost per lead so you pay the very least. That's not what's going to happen anymore. They've agreed to set up a hotline. So when you close a deal for a type of industry in a certain place, you phone up the hotline and say, hey, I've got myself a roofer in Teaneck, New Jersey. I want to know what is the bottom line price for a lead. And they say to you, well, in that locality, $17. You won't pay a red cent more. This is a Alchemizer hotline for our members only, right? So literally, you will be making more profit on this than any other person could possibly make. And no agency is able to get that sort of deal with Alchemizer. So you're a CGE with the client giveaway. You're going to be able to get hot sales calls for any business without lifting a finger, and you have social proof. You want more? Guys, there's 18 niches already in the system, adding more every single week. What if you want to enter into a new niche? What happens if the niche, you go and close a deal with a company that's not in the system? Listen to this. Certified members only, listen to this. Because you're Alchemizer certified, and Alchemizer knows the power of community really successful. This is the only community on earth that they will allow to submit additional niches. And they will be building new niches, especially for you on demand, new categories that you guys are interested in within a week. We are talking about building a partnership with a mega business. And imagine that you can start building monopolies, if they're not in the current category list. Now, Itamar, just briefly explain, obviously this won't work for absolutely every single type of business. Explain to everyone what this means, how it's going to work, etc. Obviously, people want to get in, and there's going to be a race for the 100 seats. So why don't you share with everyone, just so they understand. It's not an absolute guarantee, but explain why it is almost a guarantee.
Okay, so basically it should work for any kind of service business. But some businesses are just not good for sales calls, right? If you go after a retail business and you go after a sports store, they're not looking for calls. They're looking for walk-ins. So you should go mainly after service businesses, and they should be able to provide you with setup of a new category in every service business. What they can tell you is, look, you've chosen a very, very small niche in a very, very small populated area, and you won't be able to make a lot of money on that. You might want to consider choosing a bigger area or a bigger niche. So those are the main things. And one more thing. Obviously, if it's against advertising policy in general, no guns, no liquor. So
marijuana.
I don't know about marijuana, by the way. Maybe that's okay in most states, but maybe other things. Not sure.
All right. Awesome. So, guys, who's going to crush this? If you do offline, it's a no-brainer. Guys are already asking for the link right now, by the way. We've already got a bunch of people that are trying to join as we speak. This will turn leads into sales like nothing else out there. And you can upsell them. Think about this, guys. If you're in offline and you start selling this on this service and they start making money, they're going to want a lot more from you. Now, a lot of people that are here right now would be happy to make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 just doing this.
But if you want to think bigger and want even to sell other services and you're part of Freshline or IPM or any other program, this is the door opening initial client getting program, the best of its type we have ever been able to provide, because this technology has not existed before. And because of your success with other programs, we are now able to team up with Algomizer to provide this to you as well. If you're brand new, if you had to start somewhere, this is it. Giving away free clients, and doesn't cost you anything, is the easiest thing you could ever possibly do to offer any business and turn that into money. So if you want to make money, if you're new or whether you are an experienced marketer, this is a quick recap. You're going to give away free sales calls. It won't cost you anything. You're going to give up 2 sales calls per prospect, as many prospects as you want. Clients are only going to be paying for calls they believe are relevant after the first 2. Once they said, hey, I want to sign up, they're not going to pay for silly calls or calls that aren't exactly relevant. And number 3, you're not going to have to do any work. You're going to be making 40, 50, even up to 75, 100% profit without doing anything. Have you ever seen anything like this? I hope you haven't, because it doesn't exist. And we have a huge announcement to make, guys. Because the very best companies in the world are now reaching out to us, we've decided to basically to connect, to create a very specific and a brand new area and a brand new company that's going to take care of you specifically for local marketing. So these clients, these big businesses want to work with you, and they're happy to part with their most prized marketing assets that's going to make you rich. Why? Because it's going to make them a lot of money as well. So Really Successful has teamed up to create, with Itamar, a dedicated company called Umbrella. And it's just there to help you with all things local. That means regular ongoing Zooms, just local Zooms, dedicated support for all things local, access to Itamar and his entire team. Nothing like this has ever been created specifically for local marketers, and this is super exciting. So all of our e-commerce members will be on Really Successful. All of our local will be working together at Itamar on Umbrella, so you guys absolutely get the very best services out of both. And that is a game-changing moment, because the extraordinary success our e-commerce members are getting with us, and we want to make sure every local person gets extraordinary results, dedicated team working with them. So that is a massive announcement that we are making. And Umbrella moving forward, you won't believe the types of companies that are reaching out to us in Umbrella. And every single time, we're looking for only top solution partners. They're going to provide quality results or guaranteed results to you guys, 100% done for you services, high margins, out-of-the-box social proof, no needs for sales or exclusivity commitments, holistic solutions, top sales education, etc., etc. Literally, the best of the best are joining. So this is your marketing, offline marketing home. And let's get back to this, guys. This is where it all begins. You are now an overnight CGE, client getting expert. You get any service client sales on demand, 50% profit at least, make business beg to work with you, close non-stop deals. It's insane. Guys, give me a big yes if you're ready. Give me a big CGE if you are now ready to become a client generation expert. Game over. I'm just warning you, we have 100 seats to team up with Algomizer. You need to be ready. You need to be extremely, extremely ready. Let's go through this very quickly. Welcome to YouCalls, Really Successful in conjunction with Umbrella. This is so exciting for us. Introduces to you the YouCalls 7-figure system. Everything you need to make a fortune in this untapped sales calls market. You're getting the My Client Call system that you saw Itamar walk through. It takes 2 minutes to set up these clients on the system. And you don't have to lift up a finger on advertising, marketing, lead generation, lead siphoning, nothing, or sales. You simply copy and paste their address and their phone number, plug in their details, and voila, you are away. You are generating sales calls for that company. You got exclusive YouCalls training and Q&A sessions, how to close deals fast, how to get businesses to beg to work with you, how to turn every prospect into a high-end client. This is so easy. Again, if you're looking for rocket science, you're in the wrong place. This is dead simple. Roger already shared with you a strategy to be able to get non-stop sales starting right now. He already shared with you that in the training today. It's so easy to get clients with this, guys, and the training is going to be as easy as the program is. A ton of massive bonuses, and first and foremost, I didn't even mention, you're going to be getting ongoing Zoom sessions, hand-holding Zoom sessions, where you'll be doing hot seats, interaction
with the team, answering your questions. Itamar's going to be spearheading all of that. So you guys are now never alone when it comes to this type of business. Massive bonus number one. You're getting $1 million outsourcing secrets review. We're going to show you how to build a sales team if you want to go straight for sales. We're going to show you how to do that. Huge benefit number two. This is to 100 members that join a premium only. Algomizer, certified partner, instant seven-figure positioning, social proof. If you're a beginner, it's game over. If you've got experience, you know the power of what it means to work with the big boys. Number three, your very own call-in number to get the very lowest prices for the leads. This is a dedicated line. Never spend a cent. Never spend a cent. More than you need to on those leads. You can maximize the profit on each and every call that is generated. No one else out there has that. It's a gift of being part of the Algomizer community. Plus, massive bonus for premium. New categories open on demand within 1 week. Itamar shared with you exactly what that meant. Your chance to build a local client getting monopoly in industries that you want to work in. Zero competition with solution no one else can possibly replicate. Quadrupled it, and I want you to have a ton of success. We have brought you something that no one else can possibly do. It's insane. No business can say no to that. You're getting this, and here's something huge again. If you're in the 100, you're going to be able to do this for unlimited prospects. The race is on. 100 seats. You'll be able to do this for unlimited prospects. It literally, whatever size of business you want to build is now in your hands. Those calls are worth $20 each. So imagine unlimited amounts of calls, 2 per prospect. The value of that. We're literally giving away at least $100,000 of value right here. Again, guys, please be ready. Unfortunately, we had 7 people before that wanted to join. We've given the links, but now we've got about 600 people asking for the links. Please be ready. And the grandmother of all bonuses. Remember that lead generation site I showed you? For the first 100, you're going to be able to white label that lead generation machine. That means you'll be able to position yourself as the CGE, the client getting expert in your or any area. Plus, there's another bonus, a LinkedIn Master bonus, that's going to show you how you can position yourself as an expert just like that. And Roger and Itamar rather is the absolute expert when it comes to that particular service. Guys, you have got literally everything you need to make a stunning amount of money with this. You're getting the Algomizer My Client Calls machine worth $10,000. The client getting machine for you. The lead generation machine for you, that's $695. Exclusive training with the team. 3 channel quick prospecting and sales tactics. We're going to show you how to get prospects out of thin air. Top Sellers live sales recording. We're also going to show you how you can get we're going to give you a sales call that's made by Algomizer, so you can replicate it with the scripts, so you can build yourself a sales team if you want to do that. You don't need to do it. There's no need to do it. But for those who are thinking hugely, that's a massive additional thing. Unlimited sales tools to give away, 2 per prospect. That's a huge value. $100,000 plus. We've never been able to do anything like this. White label client getting machine, Algomizer certification. That's unlimited value to the first 100. Get a category created for you for premium members. That's priceless. Ongoing local marketing Zoom, regular mastermind sessions with Itamar and his team. So there you'll get hand-holding. You'll be able to share with any questions you've got in the most friendly local marketing environment on the planet. Outsourcing secrets to build a tycoon if that's what you want to do. Over $200,000 of value. This is just insane. You can understand why we be at fever pitch over the last week or so. High-end agencies would pay ridiculous amounts and are paying ridiculous amounts of money for this. You have 2 options. And here we go, guys. The link will be dropped in a second. For just $997 gold, you'll get access to the My Clients Call machine that Itamar showed you through. You'll be getting the client getting machine for you. That's the lead generation. Training with the team. 3 channel quick prospecting and sales tactics with the swipes, etc. Plus the sales call if you want to scale up. If you want to go premium. Which means you're also going to get unlimited sales calls to give away to any prospect, 2 per prospect. That's an insane bonus, worth $100,000+. You're getting a white label of the client getting machine. You're getting Algomizer certification on top of gold. You can add a category. This is only for platinum only. Add a category within a week by Algomizer. Ongoing local marketing, Zoom mastermind sessions, and outsourcing secrets. If you want all that, for 100 people on Platinum, you want to go Platinum. Here comes link, guys. It's going to be a rugby scrum to get there.
Before I do, teaser, 6-month guarantee. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Take action. Close deals. If you're not bowled over, buy UCalls. Let us know. Happily refund your investment. We're only asking one thing. And this is the one request that, because of our connections with Algomizer, this is the one thing, because we know anyone that's going to be taking action with this, is the chances are they're going to make a lot of money. All we ask you to do is take action, follow through on very basic training steps, and apply it. If you do, it's game over. You've got a question, the team is here for you. I just want to let you know, you're getting a 6-month guarantee. Remember, the reason why Algomizer teamed up with us is because of the results our community has got, and this is something we know that our members that join this have an incredible opportunity to make a lot of money from. So you've got everything you want. Here's the link, getucall.com. Michal, if you could put that into the chat box, getucall.com. As soon as you join, I want to know if you join at gold or platinum, getucall.com, getucall.com. We've got 100 seats for white label of the Lead Machine, unlimited sales calls to give away, and Algomizer certification and the other bonuses on platinum. That's it. Getucall.com, getucall.com, just ucall, as in the letter U, get the letter U, call, CALL.com. Join right now. I'm almost out of breath. Roger, what do you make of all this? And I'm seeing people, by the way, have already joined from before. I have to go and collect the names of people that have joined. Roger, why don't you share your thoughts? And we've got a ton of extra bonuses and additional material for you guys.
Absolutely awesome. Listen, I've been watching the questions very carefully. I've got a couple here. Guys, grab the link, getucall.com. First one, is it a per year or is it just a one-time fee, Barry?
Yeah, all right. So that's an absolutely huge thing, guys. Algomizer insisted this would be per year, but for the first 100 people, they have agreed that this will be a one-time deal. I'm telling you right now, this doesn't exist, Roger. This thing does not exist. Such a potential does not exist. This should be a $14.95 a year. I'm glad you brought it up. It's one time. Guys, you need to go there right now. And people are jumping onto the page, the sales page, like a rugby scrum. For you, those of you in the UK, Roger, I'm just trying to get names together. Yes, anything else, Roger?
Yeah, some people are asking if it's just in the US. If you're in Canada, the UK, do they have those systems set up in other countries?
Yes, so Itamar, you can answer that. I know they are setting up the systems there in the UK and Australia, etc. Itamar, do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So we have a ton of experience in the US, like tons, 500 campaigns a day. In the UK and Australia, they've started recently with great success. So I think it's safe to go for the UK and Australia, and we'll expand into more countries from there.
The other thing I saw is people asking, what do we have to do? What kind of work? So what happens is they have built the systems, the automation, the pay-per-click. With Google, guys, and I know this because I've spent a lot of money with Google. Your cost per lead, your cost per click, everything goes down based on the amount of money you're spending. So if they have an account there that has, a $500,000 spend a month in local, I can tell you right now that that's a massive advantage, an unfair advantage. So you're actually getting into the system. You don't have to do any of this work. They already know their cost per lead because they've done this so many times in so many local markets. They can kind of just take a quick look at a market, look at it very, very, very quickly and know what the cost per lead is going to be. I just want to say a couple of shout-outs. Some people are going absolutely crazy saying, am I on the first 100? So absolutely, those who are joining now, Kathy is saying she's in. Aaron is saying he's in. James is in. Amro Yoroi is saying he's for one of the first 100. Very, very cool. So basically, yes, you do get 2 free leads per company that you bring in to want to test out the system. And then you're paying for the lead, which will be, let's say $20 to $30. You get to resell it for as much as you can. So absolutely.
I can see other people have joined. Justice is in, you're safe. Jeff, who asked an incredible question at the beginning, is in, is safe. Herman CEO, you're in, you've made it in. Breshima, you've made it in, you're safe. Webbs, I'm not sure her first name, you're in, you're safe. Ace, you're in, you're safe. TRL,
Greg is in.
Kyron is in, you're safe. Ivan is in, is safe. It's just, I'm adding, every time I refresh,
A bunch of people are joining non-stop. Guys, I need to carry on with the presentation. Roger, keep an eye on this, especially if people are joining at Platinum. We want to make sure. Guys, remember, Algomizer certification. You've got the white label. Unlimited calls. You get 2 per prospect for unlimited. You do this for 1,000 prospects. We're talking about $40,000 of calls we're giving you for free. $40,000 of calls. All I ask you to do, guys, is to make use of this opportunity. Anyone that is joining or wants to join, this is an opportunity that probably will never return again. This is a real cost. You look anywhere, how much does it cost to get a sales call? Roger, I mean, 50, what's it worth? I mean, a hard cost. $20 is a hard cost. We're talking about, a hard cost. You're going to get unlimited. You reach out to 1,000 prospects and give away 2 of these. That's $40,000 of value you're getting. Real value. You'd have to spend $40,000. How many competitors do you think are going to be able to compete with you when you need to spend $40,000 to start playing the game? Well, that's not you. You're not in that game, or you're getting that value. Now, if you're having a problem joining, I can see a bunch of people are having issues with the sales page for whatever reason. And Itamar, if you can take a look into that, if you can see, guys, if you are having a problem with the sales page, let us know in the chat box. But more importantly, go to SaveUcall, SaveUcall.com, SaveUcall.com. Michal, put that in the chat box, please. Just go there, fit in the form, and let us know what the issue is. Yes, Roger.
It's kind of a zoo in here. I'm trying to keep my best here. I was trying to get a tally here, but Alan is in at Platinum. Let's see. We've got Rufus says, here we go. So Thomas, okay, knows a roofer, okay, and he sent him a text message saying, hey, I've got this new service. We can send you calls. He says, I can send you 2 free calls, and he sent him a text message with this. And the roofer says, absolutely, let's chat right now. I'm going to give you a call. So that's how easy. That just shows you how easy it is to generate customers with this and clients. Ryan is in, so congratulations. You are safe. Let's see. My gosh.
So just because, guys, just to be actually clear about this, we've got someone right now on this call that's just gone and nabbed himself a client. Okay? That took how long? 3 minutes? 4 minutes?
Yeah, he sent his roofer a quick text message. Roofer sent back a message saying, yeah, I want to see what these calls look like. And basically, again, this is how it works.
Okay, and perhaps Itamar, again, if you can share your end, Itamar, if there's any names that we're not reaching out, you can see. Okay, great question. Access. We're all Monday morning. Access will begin Monday morning, everything. We're going to have a live training session on Monday, exclusive training on Monday. We're going to dive in there together. So, I mean, as of Monday, it's a different reality. Life has changed completely as of Monday, okay? So I want you guys to have a very nice, relaxing weekend, few days, relaxing weekend, because as of next week, my gosh, it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. You have got so much value. If there are names that we haven't yet read out, please do us a favor and just, again, let us know that you have joined in the chat box. Confirm you've joined in the chat box.
Jeff has just joined as well. We've got Dal.
Dal is in.
Joined. Yeah, Dal is in.
Once Dal realized this was a live webinar, he's joined. He's concerned that we weren't actually here.
Ryan is there. Ryan has joined as well.
Thomas is in as safe. Sin is in, you're safe. Joanne has made it in. You are safe. Randolph, you're in. You got in right away. You're in the top 100, Randolph. Tom has joined at Platinum. You are safe. Rose